WNBA playoffs talk. WNBA playoffs talk and discussion. Let's dive into that. So, um, yeah, man, it's up, it's lit. Today is the day the playoffs start. Um, it's gonna be a fun one. I've been waiting on this. Um, I really been waiting on these playoffs, man. Um, season is finito. It's done. So, um, we are going to start with the New York Liberty and the Atlanta Dream. But before we do, you guys know this is RC. If you don't know, what's up with you? Um, women's hoops is what we talking. So let's go ahead and get into it. So playoff basketball has arrived. Liberty play the dream. New York Liberty, they finished the season 32-8. Atlanta, they finished their season 15-25. And the Dream, first off, I want to salute the Dream because they've been able to. Well, it took them to the last day of the season, right? But they was able to put on a performance and such that got them to the playoffs. They was able to improve their team throughout the season, and they was able to make that run. They was able to beat out the Washington Mystics and the Chicago Sky and clinch the eighth and playoff spot. 12 teams in the league. Eight of them make the final, not the finals. Eight of them make the playoffs. So see if I can get this ad to go away. But um, first thing I want to get at in this series is that um, the New York Liberty should not take the Dream lightly. They shouldn't do it. They should not take the Dream lightly at all. I get it. The Liberty at 32-8, the best team in the league this season. They got wonderful 3-point shooters, superstar players like Brianna Stewart, Sabrina Ionescu, Jonquel Jones, but they just want to get this thing over. So they need to go ahead and win both games in New York and not have to go play in Atlanta. And I think that you'll see super motivated Stewie. Stewie be out there focused. Sabrina got something to prove. Leonie Febich has been nice this season, coming off the bench. Um, we just hope that Benaja Laney will be healthy. But I think that talent wise, there's really no way that the Dream could win this series unless the only way the Dream could actually pull a historic mind blowing upset, the Liberty would have to be missing literally everything. They would just have to go ice cold over the course of 3 games, and I can't see that happening. I can't see this Liberty team after having a just a tremendous season coming out here and laying the egg like that. No, not against Atlanta, and I give Atlanta a lot of credit because they fought hard, man. They could have packed this thing in. They could have gave up. They could have mailed it in. They could have said, you know what, there's no way, man. And let's just go ahead and think about the draft and Page and Kiki Iriafe and all that. And they put their head to the ground and they got rolling. Tina Charles, salute to her, one of the best out there. Ryan Howard, absolutely amazing talent. And then you got Alicia Gray. Um, Alicia Gray is super super nice. So when you look at Alicia Gray, she is a player that can get hot. So you got to give her, some super credit, and you got to defend against Gray. You got to defend against Tina Howard. I mean Tina Howard, Tina Charles. Tina Charles can absolutely get it going. But as I said yesterday in the YouTube short, I'm taking the liberty here, and I don't think that. Well, I think it's possible that the Dream could steal a game. I don't think it's actually gonna happen. If the Liberty are who they say that they are, they're not finna let a team like the Dream stick around. They finna end their dream, you know, pun intended. They are literally going to make the dream a nightmare. And I just think that the Liberty also have the better quality bench as I, jump around mentally and think about, in terms of matchup advantages. Yeah, the Liberty can go a lot deeper than the Dream can. And I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys like right here and now that it's their season, that is the Liberty's playoff to lose. But they have a lot in mind here, and that biggest thing they have in mind is a championship. So you don't want to play around with the dream. And I think that they will not. They will come in focused. They get the first game of the day today. Um, this thing kicks off at noon, and we'll see right away what kind of Liberty team we get. Now, if in some case, if it's an instance in where the Dream are able to steal game one, this series will be so interesting going forward because this is a best of three. Your bat can be pressed against the wall quick and fast in a hurry. So yeah, if the Dream could steal this game one, then we talking about something that could be like, a Hollywood script. But I don't think we're gonna get that. I think the best we're gonna get from the Dream is seeing them be competitive, seeing them, fight hard in this thing. But I don't know. The talent discrepancy is real, but I'm not. Here's the other thing I would say before I jump to the next series. You're not finna write off a team with Tina Charles. Like Tina Charles, she is, what is she? Second scoring of, she the second or third scoring all time. I don't remember, but the Tina Charles led team, you're not finna write her off. Her presence is so strong. She will not allow for her ladies to come in there and lay an egg. So expect the Dream to fight, man. Expect the Dream to fight, but expect for this thing to end 2-0. 2-0 Liberty. The Liberty won the regular season matchup 3-1. So even though the regular season has nothing to do with the playoffs, um, but yeah, the biggest reasons why the Liberty will win, simply because Breonna Stewart, Sabrina Ionescu, Jonquil Jones, they'll just be too much. And then the quality depth is going to be too much. They go so deep. They have so many players on this team that can get out there and just get after it. If Benaja Laney is healthy, the experience of us, Courtney Vandersloot, provide her poison experience. Leonie Fibich, who has been incredible in terms of shooting threes. This team can go deep, man. They can go all the way. Nah, man, I'm not rolling up. I'm just chilling, bro. Chilling, talking about these WNBA playoffs. But yeah, Liberty gonna win this first one. This first round, opening round matchup goes to the Liberty 2-0. We shall move to the next team. Minnesota Lynx, the number 2 seed, versus the Phoenix Mercury, the number 7 seed. So first thing I want to say is I'm gonna put some respect on the Phoenix Mercury because they had a horrible season last season and they've been able to bounce back. Now a lot of that is due to the fact that the team was able to add a superstar talent like Kalia Copper, but also man, you just seen bounce back years from BG, who's been a lot healthier. You're able to see Diana Taurasi and probably which might this possibly may be her last rodeo. Again, I don't know, but this might be her last season. But this team, they've been shaky. But again, I give them credit because they have had a much improved season over last season. Mercury, I think they was the worst team in the league last season. They finished 19-21. The inconsistency is a problem, but a lot of teams have that. The Mercury was able to get into this thing. Now, at one point, they could have had the 6 seed, but they started falling apart, and the fever kept rising. And yeah, I mean, they got it tough, guys. I'm not gonna hold you. They in for a tough one, man. Unless BG can flip the clock back, unless Diana Taurasi can flip the clock back, it's going to be incredibly tough. Now, I will say this: Natasha Cloud, truly underrated. If she comes to play, be on the lookout. But I also heard this team is going to be missing Becca Allen, so that's not good. That this team is I don't know what's up with that, but I heard that Becca Allen isn't going to play, so that's tough. She's a good knockdown 3-point shooter. So if she's not there, that's tough. I hope that Kalea Copper is healthy. They're gonna need her. I just don't think that they have the energy to run with this focus driven Minnesota Lynx team. And see, the thing about it is, I just think they're gonna get ran into the ground. And I don't know what Phoenix perimeter defense is gonna be like, but Minnesota, I'm talking about somebody that's gonna rain down some threes on your head. The Lynx will rain down threes. Like, and you better be ready to defend and you better be ready to rotate because anybody on their team is capable of switching 3 pointers. Like the Lynx is the real deal. They ain't the number 2 seed just because nothing, just because they got nice uniforms. The Lynx is the real deal, man. And it took some time to actually truly believe in them. Like shout out Quita Love Sports because Quita Love Sports was talking yesterday about, you don't know if you believe in the Lynx, and you keep watching the Lynx, and it's like, wait a minute, this Lynx team is good, and then it's like, hold on a second, this Lynx team is actually great, and then you get to a point where you like, damn, you know what, this Lynx team might be able to win it all, like, and they might just do that, and we'll talk about my prediction for the champ, when we close the video. But here's the thing, man. I don't think that. Can I see Phoenix getting the game? I mean, sure, anybody could win the game any given day, right? It's possible. The Lynx ain't invincible. They did lose 10 games this season, but again, man, I just think that just energy wise, in terms of getting up and down the court, the Minnesota Lynx, they're not slouch defenders. They defend as a unit. The superstar, the Feature Collier, um, unbelievable because she is unbelievable because what she does is nothing short of incredible out there, folks. If it wasn't for Asia Wilson's historic season, your MVP would actually be Nafisa Collier. Your MVP would actually be Nafisa Collier if it was not for the incredible campaign of Asia Wilson this season. And I just think, man, first of all, the Phoenix, no disrespect to Kai, they don't have a player as great as Nafisa Collier. You know, not at this point anyway, not at this time. It'd be different if Diana Taurasi was in her prime. BG is what X in her prime, and I get it. BG is the tallest player out there, but one of my favorite players in this league is Elena Smith, and Elena Smith, hey, she is truly underrated. She's a versatile big, and in my opinion, she blocks. She makes the right passes. She can shoot the three. Venus got BG need to be worried about Elena Smith. Then who's Cheryl Reeves is the better coach here. Then you look at the 3 point shooting, which we talked about. But here's another thing: anybody on this team can get hot. This team has multiple closers, and what I mean by that is this team has players that are not shy to step up and take big shots. Like Kayla McBride will step up with ice water in her veins. Bridget Carlton, you just seen it. She will step up with ice water in her veins and knock down shots. Nafisa Collier, absolute no-brainer. She will shoot big shots, and they will make them. It will take and make them. So Courtney Williams, I didn't even mention her. Underrated playmaker, exceptional shooter. Who do you guard? Who do you stick? Who is the Mercury going to be able to shut down without another faucet? It's like, okay, you stop one hole and then another, hole bursts through. It's like the boat. Like a boat when it's filling up with holes and you like patch up one boat side and then, it's like you getting water bursting through another side. So, I don't think they're gonna be able to handle them, man. Oh man, Ma, what's going on? What's going on? I don't think that the Mercury ain't gonna be able to handle the Lynx. I'd be surprised if the Mercury get one game, yo. I got the Minnesota Lynx winning this series, and let's see, Minnesota won the regular season series 3 games to 1. Um, I don't want to disrespect the legends that the Phoenix Mercury have, with Diana Taurasi and Brittany Griner. I don't want to disrespect them. And Kalea Copper is nice, incredibly nice, superstar talent, Olympian. Phoenix might win a game, I give Phoenix a game, but I wouldn't be surprised if they got swept. That's how I have to do that. I'm gonna say that I feel like in my heart it's gonna be a 2-0 sweep, but I'm not gonna disrespect the Legends, and I'm gonna go ahead and give the Mercury one game. Um, yeah. Oh, these first round series are crazy because they are 2-2. Uh, yeah, 2-1. So it's weird because home court advantage is weird because the first two games are at home. So Minnesota Lynx is the higher seed, but they're going to play both home games. That's why these first rounds should be best of five. Because I don't know if I like that. Because you play the home team, so the higher seed gets to play both games at home. And then the final game, if it's decisively needed, it's on the road. But also what this means, because I was talking, shout out J. Jordan, New York Liberty fan, we spoke about this in years past on his stream. We said that what this means is if you the higher seed, you need to focus, and you need to get your opponent out of the way because home court advantage might seem like it's in your favor, but the determining game is going to be played on the away team's court. So let's say the Liberty slacked today in game one, they go down 0-1, they got to win game two or the series is over. So you can't play. You could be out of the playoffs before you blink. So literally, and then if you get to a third game, it's not on your home court, so there's no home court advantage. But also, I like it because it's like back to the wall, do or die instantly. So yeah, man, that's just something that I wanted to throw out there. So we gonna move ahead to the next series. If you're just coming in, I got the link. Uh, I got the Liberty sweeping the Dream. And I'm not going to disrespect the legends of Diana Taurasi and BG, so I am going to give them a game against the Lynx, even though I think the Lynx are going to sweep them. Um, so where do we go? Okay, third seed, Connecticut Sun. Next opening round series, Connecticut Sun versus the Indiana Fever. Sun is the 3 seed. Fever is the 6 seed. This is going to be the one. This is the series that everybody's looking forward to. I mean, whether you're a Clark fan or not, I think that everybody who um, is, I ain't gonna say new to the game, but the Clark fans, they're gonna be absolutely ready for this one. And if you're a WNBA fan or you just love women hoops, this has the potential to be a great series. Fever, the underdog, Sun and number 3 seed, they should get this done, right? We think. Me personally, I'm not going to go against the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark. It's going to be a tough task. It's going to be a tough task, though. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Not going to miss no words. If the Fever are to win this opening round series, they will have earned that effort. If they were able to win this thing, they will have earned it because the Sun, defensively, they locked in. AT is going to be an incredible defender, a hard worker. You know that when you're going up against AT, that she's going to be a nuisance. She checks all boxes. She's a great rebounder. She can score inside. She's a heady, strong player. And I just think to myself, man, like the experience edge obviously leans towards the Sun. And then you look at Dejanay Carrington, Ty Harris, Marina Mabry's 3-point shooting. This team also has Veronica Burton coming off the bench. I mean, I don't know, man. This is an incredibly tall task for the Fever, but I think this is going to obviously it's going to go 3 games. The Fever will figure out how to win a game or two, or will they? Um, the Sun present a formidable matchup in terms of physicality, in terms of 3-point shooting, and the Fever better bring their damn A game. That's what it is. The Fever better bring their damn A game. Caitlin Clark, love her to death, but she cannot have the turnovers. They must come down. This is playoff basketball. Playoff basketball. When I tell y'all the possessions are to be so valued, you cannot afford to lose like 3 to 5 possessions. You can't do it. You have to, and it only comes with experience and poise and time, unless you just show up to the league incredible, like say a Magic Johnson. Because you have to. It's possible because we've seen a young Penny Hardaway play major minutes and help his Orlando team to the finals that year when they got swept. Um, you know, I don't know, man. Y'all talking crazy. I'm gonna let y'all rock out in the chat while I talk about these playoffs. But look, okay, so we still. Here's my thing, man. If if the FIBA don't play defense, they gonna lose. If they don't take care of the ball, they gonna be up out of here. So that's imperative, and I have to stress that first. It don't matter what they do offensively, because I think that okay, defensively the Sun are a slightly better team, but the Fever have to be willing to defend. They have to keep a body on Alyssa Thomas. You have to hope that the one Bonner cannot hit the side of a rim. Um, you have to hope Dejanay Carrington doesn't have breakout performances. It's a lot that you have to hope for. Um, and then for the Fever side of things, Kelsey Mitchell, Caitlin Clark, they got to go bonkers. I think that Clark and Boston, I mean, Mitchell and Boston have to ball out. Why do they have to ball out? Because if they balling out, it will open up the offense for Caitlin Clark. I think that players like Ty Harris, Dejanay Carrington, really this whole team going to be focused on Caitlin. Like, we can't let her go off. Boston got to make them pay. Melissa Smith is more than likely going to start. I am not a Melissa Smith fan. I do not. It is nothing personal at all. It's not, then she got the whole, the thing with her and Dejanay. Look, you got to get this stuff out of your head. Again, I'm all checked out on Alyssa Smith, but because I feel like Demiris Dantes and Timmy Fabenle is where it's at. And I am so hyped to watch that game 2 of the playoffs today. If the Fever know like I know, they better win this opening game. Because if they win this opening game, put it to you like this. If the Fever win today's series opening game, you put instant pressure on Connecticut. And then if you could find a way to, even if you lose game 2, the Fever can go back to Gainesbridge Fieldhouse and wrap this thing up, you know. Um, and that's what I have. Me personally, it's a split in this thing. Um, the Sun win a game, the Fever win a game, and then we go back to Gamebridge Fieldhouse, where it's about to go down for the chance to move on to the second round. And I just think Marina Mabry, I don't think she is that. I'm not saying she can't play because Mabry can hoop. But I just think that when times get tight, clutch moments occur, Marina, you got to show me that you can actually deliver. And I don't trust you. Now, you are playing with a Connecticut Sun team that has a lot more options, elite options. Offensively, you got more players that can help you contribute, unlike with the Chicago Sky. But I don't know. I mean, Mabry averaged 15 points a game. DeWanda Bonner averaged 15 points a game. Brianna Jones averaged 13 points a game. Dejanay Carrington averaged 13 points a game. Alyssa Thomas, 10 points a game. Ty Harris, 10 points. So this team, what I'm telling you is that this team spreads that out, man. They spread out the offensive game. And with the Fever, it's Caitlin, Kelsey, Leah Boston, and then you be hoping that you have some production from someone else that you didn't expect. And how do the Fever win this series? Because I'm taking the Fever. It's the what do you call it? It's the supporting cast for me, dog. It's the supporting cast for me. If Lexi Hall steps up, I know she can. If Semi Fat Benley comes to play, Damaris, if Nalissa Smith, I don't like Nalissa, but if Nalissa shows up driven against that tough front court line of Connecticut, then I have no problem thinking that this team will get it done. But the supporting cast is imperative, man. Um, and I know it seems like the Sun are probably going to win this thing because they have experience, probably higher IQ players at this time. But I think the Fever can sneak one, man. I ain't never won this game. I never won against Caitlin Clark yet, and I'm not about to start doing that now. So I will go down with the ship if I must. But in any case, it's been a wonderful first season for the Fever, win or lose. But um, home court advantage, man. Get this thing back to Indiana and win it and win. So I got the Fever winning 2 games to 1. Um, and that's that for that series. Let's see who won the season series before I move on. Um, Connecticut won 3 games to 1 the season series. Okay, now we moving on to another playoff matchup. Opening round. Y'all know I root for the Fever. I love the Fever. I love Caitlin Clark. Probably more than the Fever. I learned to love the Fever. Y'all know I'm an Iowa fan. Where was Caitlin at before Indiana? Iowa. So all season long, I had to learn to like this Fever team, man. And it took some time. I did like Aaliyah Boston, but it took me some time to really learn this team, man. I hope they go out there and get it done for us, Fever fans. Moving on to my favorite team in the WNBA that I root for, um, the team that's got my heart. Number 4, Las Vegas Aces, my squad versus the Seattle Storm. Okay. Um, Wait, they play today? Damn, I didn't know they played. My bad, y'all. I didn't know they played today. I thought we only had 3 games for today. I thought we only had the Aces. The Aces. I thought we only had the Liberty, the Dream, the Fever, the Sun, and the Lynx and the Mercury. Damn, we gotta play all basketball all day. Wow, that's what's up. Okay, so look, y'all. Who do I have winning? The Aces or the Storm? Y'all hit that like button, and if you're a WNBA fan, let me know who y'all got winning too. I first off, I'm not going against my Las Vegas Aces. So call me biased or not, but I think Seattle's going to give us everything and more. I think Seattle going to fight their butt off. You got your resident superstar and Jewel Lloyd. You got an incredible talent that came over from LA and NECA. You got the super duper Skylar Diggins Smith. Um, I have to say this, man. This hasn't been your Aces type of season. Your regular, single digit loss Aces type of season, man. But we here. The three-peat is now. It's up. Either we put up or we shut up, man. And we got to figure out just how to deal with Seattle because Seattle is going to be a tough out. So I don't expect none of these games to be easy. I expect it to be a fight. But I just think the championship pedigree is going to kick in. Um, Now, health could be an issue because Jewel Lloyd didn't play late in the season. Izzy Magabor, she had missed a game because of concussion. But NECA has been balling out of her mind this season. Um, but Seattle has also been very inconsistent as well. But they put together a damn good season. Now, the regular season series was won by the Aces 3 games to 1. Um, it's gonna be tough, man. Um, I definitely think the Storm could take a game. I definitely see a scenario where the Storm could take a game. When I look at this Aces team, we kind of go as Asia goes, but um, last game of the season we showed that the bench can step up, man. We showed that the bench could definitely step up and get things done, and we might need this bench. Megan, we might need you to actually come through and actually do more than just cardio. I got the Aces winning this series, 2 games to 1. Um, as long as Seattle, like players are healthy, they superstars. Now I want to stress this: Seattle Storm is as good of a team as they are, and going out and getting the talent that they did, I don't think they have enough. I also feel slighted by the Storm because they didn't want to play Nika Mule, um, which to me was crazy. How could she not help you? Now I also know that this team has Jordan Horston and she's been much improved. But I just think that Seattle won't be able to um, overcome the Aces championship pedigree. I think if any team was to beat us and knock us off our championship high horse, it wouldn't be Seattle. Now, what I say could come back and bite me. It could come back and bite me. But I take my chances in this round about going unbeaten. I don't think it's going to be a sweep. Um, the Aces since the Olympic break have been 11-5. It was a rough start coming back from the break, but the Storm, they 8-7, and I just don't know, man, if this team is going to be able to put it all together right now during money season. So yeah, man, I'm taking the Storm. I'm taking the Aces. Um, Seattle probably gets one. I hope they don't. I hope they don't. Damn, did I cover all the teams? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I covered all the teams. Yeah, that does it, right? Yeah. Um, that's it for the first round, folks. I mean, I pretty much knocked it down. So let's see. Where do we go from here? Um, I guess Asia won the MVP award. That's no shocker. That's no shocker. Such as she should. Um, let me see. Try to see if I can show you guys. Asia unanimously named MVP. That's what's up. So if you didn't know, now you know. Trigger. So yeah, man, they got that done. So let's talk about this. Let's see if I can actually pull a bracket up real quick. I don't think I'm gonna keep the live going for too much longer. Of course, I will leave the live up. Of course, I will. Um, you guys have winning the you guys have winning it all. Okay, this is what I want to show you guys. Okay, so you guys see that? Can y'all see that? And this shit ain't gonna stay. See if it is. Okay, so y'all see that, right? Okay, so um now we looking at this, and what I wanted to just run through real quick is my prediction to see how this thing gonna play out. And you guys can let me know y'all prediction as well. I think this is the last thing we're going to talk about on this live. Before I cut the live, we didn't talk about playoff previews. All right, so New York Liberty, Atlanta Dream. I got the Liberty advancing. Then you got Las Vegas Aces versus Seattle Storm. Um, I got the Aces. Over here, we just gonna run through this thing like we do with March Madness. Over here, got Minnesota Lynx, Phoenix. Of course, I got the Lynx. Down here, we got UConn and the Indiana Fever. And also, just so y'all know, I'm probably gonna do a short or a video on this as well. That way it can separately sit up by itself, and I can see how it matches up versus real life, and see if I actually get this right. Okay, over here we got Connecticut and the Indiana Fever. I took the Fever. So going back over here, I got New York, and then down here I got the Aces, and then over here it would be the Lynx and the Fever. So Aces or the Lynx. I mean Aces or the Liberty. Ah man, man, it's hard to make this up on the fly, man. Um, my heart say Liberty. I mean, my heart say Aces as an Aces fan, but my mind say Liberty. I'm gonna say Liberty, man. And it pains me to say that shit. And this is mostly a cuss-free zone, but in times like this, it pains me to say that, man. It pains me to say that, yo. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But I'm gonna say Liberty, man. I'm gonna say Liberty, man. I think they get back is a real thing, man. Just ask South Carolina when they play my Hawkeyes again, man. Get back is some real ish, man. A revenge tour is a real thing, man. So I gotta say Liberty. Then over here, Lynx and the Fever, because that's what I got moving on. I'm gonna say Lynx. So now we got Lynx, and now we got New York Liberty. I'm gonna say that the champ in the best of five is going to be I'm gonna say it's going to be the Liberty, man. But damn, I hope I'm wrong, man. I hope I'm wrong, man. You know what? Forget it. I'm gonna go with the Minnesota Lynx. I just can't bring myself to say that, man, because I'm gonna be angry if they do knock off the Aces. So I'm gonna go with the Minnesota Lynx, and I think they got the team to win it all, man. I don't think nobody can hang with their 3-point shooting. I just think it's time for the Fears to rise. So yeah, man, that's pretty much going to bring this one to conclusion. Again, I got the links over to Liberty for the championship, man, because I just can't see myself rooting for the Liberty. They probably will win, but I'm not. I'm not doing it, man. I know. I just said they was gonna knock off my Aces, so what more you expect to get out of me? But look, man, I don't want to drag this live on too long. It was awesome to just jump in here real quick and talk about some WNBA preview matchups. It starts today. If you are a Caitlin fan or just a women's basketball fan, don't miss it. Don't miss it. Basketball all day. So yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here, but I want to thank y'all that came through. Old man, Laney. It's comment been sitting up here forever. But yeah, that's it, man. Y'all, I'm gonna holler at y'all later. We'll probably be on later. Um, to discuss how the day went down. But and maybe I'll do a post game after the Fever. Maybe I might do that. But yeah, that's it for now. I'm out.